Alright everybody, so in today's video I am going to make a breakfast meal in a bag. I got this idea from the Mountain House breakfast skillet. I'm going to take, I don't have an actual one in a pouch. What I'm going to do is I've looked at theirs, I figured out what they have in it. It's onions, potatoes, peppers, sausage, and eggs. So I'm going to try and make my own, and then my end goal is to have some of my friends do a taste test to see which one they like the best. But I want to take you through the process of me making it. So obviously the challenge is going to be making the stuff without fat. So I've got potatoes. I'm going to run them through a food processor and try to bake them in the oven to make them crispy. I got an onion and some peppers. I want to dice those up and cook them in a skillet. Try to caramelize them without actually adding butter or fat to them. And then what I did is I went to the store. Went to a local store, so it's a little bit more expensive. And I got a pound of boneless chicken tenders. And then they had these pork chops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the fat off the pork. Try to trim any fat that's left over on the chicken. I'm going to run it through my meat grinder and make my own sausage. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fry it up in the skillet and then maybe try to get all the fat that's left in the pork if there's any at all. So we'll go from there. So that's the game plan. So this should be a great video. Stay with me. So the onions are cut up. I got them actually in a skillet right now with some water boiling. I cut up majority of one of those bags. The peppers, sliced them, cut them in half. I took my 1 pound of chicken and my 1 pound of pork, trimmed all the fat and chunks off that. I got my meat grinder set up here. We're going to grind that with the fine grinding blade. Okay, so just dumping it directly into my KitchenAid bowl. And then I will put this in when I add the seasonings, try to get it all nice and mixed up. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and grind this. Let's get this. Is I'm actually going to run it through again on this, just the same thing, just to get it even ground up more. So just knock that off there. So as you see, pork and chicken mixed together. Hopefully this will mix it up even more. Of course there's still stuff coming out because it was still in the machine. Alright, so my meat's ground together. I'm going to get this all emptied out, get my hands cleaned up, set up my KitchenAid, and then we'll add the spices. Stay with me. Alright everybody, so I've got my meat ground up, got my KitchenAid set up, ready to go. Time to add seasonings. Okay, so I got online, looked for just base ingredients, trying to keep it as close to breakfast sausage as possible. So, and of course, I'm going to do my own little twist. So we're going to start off with, now this is 2 pounds of meat, so I'm going to start off with just some garlic, minced garlic, just the way it is. Oh, by the way, if you've never freeze-dried fresh garlic, it's amazing. Okay, and you just, we got to do some more. I got some right here in a jar, hopefully you can see it. Okay, just take it, smash it, drop it in whatever you're trying to cook. It makes it amazing. Okay, then I'm going to add a little bit of curry powder. Now see, this is where, this being your sausage, it can come into play. You can make it spicy, you can make it sweet, you can make it, you know, however you want. Cumin, one of my favorite ingredients. I don't know if I've, a seasoning, I don't know if I've ever said that. It's great if you're a barbecuer. A little bit of thyme. That's not a little bit, that's a lot. Some pepper. Ooh, that's a lot of pepper too. We're good. This is gonna be amazing. You want flavor, okay? Sage, a little bit of sage. Sage is good. That's the one ingredient we didn't have in the cabinet. We had to go buy. So, and like I said, you can make this however you want. You can put whatever you want in it. Put a little bit of oregano. And for color, paprika. Alright. So there we go. I'm going to hook this up to the KitchenAid and mix it up. I will bring you back. Stay with me. Alright everybody, sausage is mixed up. I let it go in the blender. Or the mixer. Yeah, the mixer. Whatever. I let it go for about 5 minutes so it's nice incorporated together because I don't have an actual meat mixer or sausage mixer around here. So there we go. I like the color of it. It looks great. Smells amazing. So yeah, let me reposition the camera over to the skillet. I got a skillet heating up right now. Remember, it's a pound of chicken, a pound of pork, trimmed as much fat off as possible, added all those ingredients on there, and I'll get it in the skillet and we'll listen to it sizzle. Alright, so the skillet's been on. I can feel the heat coming off of it. Got it on high. It's actually, you can see the smoking. Alright, you ready? You want to zoom in for the sizzle? Hopefully we hear it. We got the onions and peppers going in the background, so that's what you hear cooking. So sausage, like I said, was on the KitchenAid mixer for at least 5 minutes. So should sizzle, hopefully a lot. Oh yeah, that wasn't as loud as I wanted, but whatever, it works. Again, 1 pound of pork, 1 pound of chicken, homemade sausage. You can do whatever you want. You can probably use whatever meat you want. Preferably the lean meat, obviously, because we're not wanting to have all the fat in it. I don't really want to chunk this up too much because I want big chunks in my tank. I probably should have got a bigger skillet, but it's okay. I have a non-stick pan, no oil, fat, or butter. And as you can already see, we're grounding up right there. Alright, this actually looks like refried beans. Okay, let me cook this up and I will bring you back when it's done. Alright everybody, so sausage is done. Looks good. I left it in giant chunks. My hands are clean, don't worry about it. So, alright, so the onions are cooking down. I put with water in them just to kind of steam them, get them cooked. Get them to cook a little bit faster. Let's break them apart. Need that water to cook off a little faster. Got my stove, we'll turn it up to high. Okay, then I'm going to take the peppers that we diced up. Red, yellow, and orange sweet peppers. I repeated myself there, sorry. I'll dump those in there. Alright, so the game plan is to freeze dry these together on a tray, the eggs separately, the sausage, and then the potatoes, and then mix them all up. So that's going to be the game plan. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook. I will bring you back. Stay with me. We're pouring 1 dozen eggs into the skillet that we browned the, well, I cooked the onions and peppers in. So my wife's helping me now. So we're going to do 3 dozen eggs. So we're going to cook them and then put them on the freeze dryer tray. So salt. We add a little bit of salt to this and water just to give it fluffy. Ran it through a hand blender. So there we go. I'll go ahead and get these cooked up and I will bring you back when I put them on the tray. Alright everybody, so I've got some eggs here and I've got 1.5 dozen, would say, in this pan. They're done. I will take you over to the trays that I'm going to put them in. I've only got 1 set of the freezer right dividers, so I'm going to put them in there and put the eggs in there and then flatten it out. So I have like chunks of egg, so I don't have to cut it. And then the other one, I'm also going to have to break it apart. We'll see if we can do something about that. So give me a second, and I will reposition the camera and bring you over for that. The putting the eggs on the tray. All right, eggs again, left-handed. Sorry, doing this with my right hand. So this should be interesting. Alright, there we go. I will get these done and bring you back when I'm ready to put stuff in the freeze dryer. Stay with me. Alright everybody, stuff is done. I let it cool off. So I got, what I say, 32 eggs, shy 4 eggs from 3 dozen. So there's my 2 pounds of homemade sausage. Tastes pretty decent. I need a little bit of salt. I didn't put a whole lot of salt on anything because I didn't want this to be overly salty, but I did season, well, my wife, because she helped me with the eggs, salted and peppered them. There's wine bag and McAslin in the background. And then I didn't do anything but boil the vegetables. And the vegetables are onions and peppers, sweet peppers. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sprinkle cheese. So I got a little bit of Kobe Jack cheese left. I think I'm going to sprinkle that on the scrambled eggs over here. And it's not necessarily that I want it cooked in, obviously, with the eggs. I just want to have the cheese factor. The hash browns did not turn out. They didn't do anything but turn an ugly gray color in the oven. So I'm leaving those out. And then I've got some hot pepper cheese. So it's Monterey Jack cheese with jalapeno peppers. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm actually going to sprinkle it on this stuff. Okay? So I will get this in the freeze dryer and I will bring you back when it's all said and done. Alright? Stay with me. Alright everybody, the breakfast skillet components are done. I put cheese on top of the peppers and the onions, and I put cheese on the, we'll just call it the non-portioned eggs. Everything came out great. The sausage looks amazing. So might be definitely something that I do just batches of just sausage in the future. The peppers and cheese. I just put the cheese on top. I didn't want to incorporate it in because I didn't really want it to be melted. I wanted the reconstitution to melt the cheese. So yeah, everything's nice and dry. Let's see if we can pull these out. They should just stay in cubes of egg. So my first time ever freeze drying cooked scrambled eggs. I'll get this out of the way. So yeah, so they stayed in little cubes, and then this stayed because I only have the one set of trays, you know. So there we go. All right, so let's do some close-ups real quick. So they're staying not really in the cube shape, so it's okay though. That's fine. They seem crunchy. Not very bright and vibrant yellow like the eggs are when they come out of the shell. Onion, or the onions. This is the sausage that I made. Pound of chicken, pound of what is it? Pound of chicken, pound of pork. Trim the fat off. There doesn't seem to be any fat residue left behind. So. And then here is the peppers and the cheese with the onions. So, alright, so I've weighed everything up. I have 20 ounces of freeze-dried eggs. Now this is all after it freeze-dried. I didn't weigh it before, so I'm just trying to figure out the best way to portion these. Let's see, the sausage, I got about 10 ounces. It's 9.5 roughly. And then the peppers, I have 5. So what I'm going to do is 2 ounces of egg, 1 ounce of sausage, and then a 1/2 ounce of the pepper, cheese, onion mix. And I'll do that as a mixture. So let me go ahead and weigh that up, and I will bring you back and I'll show you what a serving size of it, all of it looks like together. Stay with me. Alright everybody, here is 3.5 ounces of the breakfast skillet that I've made. So this bowl is 6 inches across and about 3.5 inches, close to 4 inches tall. So as you can see, there's a lot of food there. Now I'm probably going to reconstitute with roughly 2.5 cups of water, or 2 cups of water, sorry. I'll bring them to a boil. I'm not going to do it in this video because I actually have friends that I've asked to do taste tests for me. So we're going to have them come in. I'm going to get a bag of Mountain House, get mine, get them side by side, do a taste test on that. But anyways, so this is what it looks like. I put them all in my bags, and see, there's 7, so I got 8 servings. Is that right? Yeah, I got 8 servings, and I got a tray of leftover parts that I can just, you know, make a serving out of or do a reconstitute with and just see how it turns out. But yeah, that's a lot of, I'm gonna tell you, when you probably reconstitute that, it'll double, so it's probably 2 servings for people. So 2 servings for people. 2 servings, so it'll feed 2 people or 1 really hungry person. So kind of proud of it. Smells amazing, actually. It's weird that it smells good. I tried the egg that was freeze-dried. That was a weird experience. So this will I'll definitely make sausage by itself. And yeah, so this is definitely something I will probably make more of, especially because we have chickens. And we have to, you know, we got a lot of eggs to get rid of. Well, not really get rid of them, put them up for storage. So that's probably what we'll do. So yeah, there we go. Stay tuned for the reconstitution blind taste test. Hey, see you guys next time. Thank you.